We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. Now he's free at the 35. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run once more with Taylor. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This 2nd and 4. Now McCarthy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is indeed good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's one of his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Colt defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now it's Goff off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. My, maybe that ball's 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Goff now to throw. That's to the tight end, Laporta. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Ready? Come on. Set. 60 Eagle.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Colts entering play looking for win number 4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a first and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, An open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Taken in at the 22. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, some strong running. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's McCarthy. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Past the 20, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Carlson for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Lions 21, Colts 3. Jack Fox to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Let's go.
To the air with McCarthy. That's caught left side by Neighbors. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, set.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Goff. going underneath. Gibbs has it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Goff now looks to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now he gets free up the left sideline. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards on the ground. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10.
Hey, lift! Lift! 14! 14! Cut!
Now Goff.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 31-yard line. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Gibbs straight ahead.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now McCarthy. He'll let one go deep for downs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to get it back here just... The 20. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen.
And now off to the races down the right side. Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Lions get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles. But that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Hey, kill!
Gone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and a yard.
Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they take a knee.